Hi everyone, and welcome back to Eagles Insider. We hope you had a very happy St. Patrick's Day. Here's more on the beloved March holiday.
St. Patrick, who lived during the 5th century, is the patron saint of Ireland and its national apostle. Born in Roman Britain, he was kidnapped and brought to Ireland as a slave at the age of 16. He later escaped, but returned to Ireland and was credited with bringing Christianity to its people. St. Patrick's Day is celebrated annually on March 17th, the anniversary of his death in the 5th century. The Irish have observed this day as a religious holiday for over 1,000 years. On St. Patrick's Day, which falls during the Christian season of Lent, Irish families would traditionally attend church in the morning and celebrate in the afternoon. Lenten prohibits against the consumption of meat, were waived, and people would dance, drink, and feast on the traditional meal of Irish bacon and cabbage.
For St. Patrick's Day, what do you consider to be bad luck?
Picking up a quarter when it's on tails. Don't pick up a quarter that's on tails, right? That's bad luck. It's bad luck.
I consider splitting the pole to be bad luck.
Not being prepared. I have found that anytime I'm prepared to do something, whether it's work involved or something in my life.
In the spirit of St. Patrick's Day, what do you consider to be one of your good luck charms?
Ice cream.
Every crystal I own, my rose, my adventuring, my big pearls and stuff, all of those I consider good luck charms.
My blue eyes and my hair.
Lucky charms? I don't believe in luck. I'm a science teacher.
Horse.
A green shirt. No, what's it called? The 4-leaf clover. Yeah, that's what it's called. That's what it's called.
I'd consider allergies pretty bad luck.
Yeah, I agree with Jason.
So do I.
Thank you.
This month we are celebrating Women's History.
Who is the most influential woman in your life?
That would be my mother, for sure, because I feel that she helped me cook a lot, especially for holiday dinners. So she kind of helped set the foundation of what I'm doing right now, which is being in the culinary field.
The most influential woman in my life is my mother. Because my dad left, she stepped up and supported me and my entire family.
My mother so far. No one else.
I have to say my mom.
My mom, because she went through a lot of hardships to give me a better life.
It's got to definitely be my mom. She's always in my ear every day. She's been there since day one. And I mean, when I was on the bottom, I'm on the top. She's always been there for me.
I would say that the most influential person is my grandmother because she's a Holocaust survivor and then also lived through communism in Romania before it fell. And she really taught me what it is to be confident, humble, but also determined and resilient no matter what you're faced with.
Gigi Bryant, the basketball player, Kobe's daughter. Yeah, she's really good at basketball. I like basketball.
Speaking of women, here's more on some famous female inventors.
Hi, I'm Malachi, and today I will be reading a list of 5 women and their famous inventions for Women's Inventors Month. Number 1, Marie Curie and the theory of radioactivity. She was the first person to study the theory of radioactivity and discovered that we could split atoms. She became the first woman to hold the position of Professor of General Physics in the Faculty of Sciences. Number 2, Josephine Cochran and the dishwasher. She originally came up with the idea of a mechanical dishwasher that would hold dishes in a rack while pressurized water sprayed them clean. She started marketing her invention and eventually became the standard household appliance we know today. Number 3, Maria Beasley and the life raft. Though she invented several successful devices, her most famous is the life raft. She invented a more sophisticated device that was fireproof, easily folded and unfolded, and had guardrails to keep people safe inside. Number 4, Catherine Bird Blodgett and the non-reflective glass. During World War II, Catherine was behind several inventions, including gas masks, smoke screens, and de-icing plane wings. However, her most important invention, non-reflective glass, is what we now use in glasses, car shields, and computer screens. Number 5, Mary Anderson and the windshield wiper. Mary wanted to solve a problem, and she realized how dangerous it was to drive in bad weather. She quickly came up with a working model that used a lever inside the car to control a rubber blade on the windshield. While she did have trouble selling at first, Cadillac started using her design in 1922.
Now let's check out this month's 60 Seconds of History.
Welcome to the March Festival 60-Second History. Learn a bit more about the events in March in less than 60 seconds. The Hoover Dam was officially completed on March 1st, 1936. The dam is still in use as a hydroelectric plant and irrigation after all those years. You know what else? It's also a good sightseeing place. Have you heard about this supervolcano in Yellowstone? Well, that was declared as the world's first national park on March 1st, 1782. You should go visit it one day. Did you know that Texas was officially declared independent on March 2nd, 1836? While it was called the Republic of Texas, it was not recognized as a state until several years later. The Texas Revolution started the sequence of independence. Now you know just a bit more about March. 60-second history, signing off.
If you like basketball, you know this month is March Madness. We caught up with some students to hear their predictions.
March Madness has just kicked off this year, and here are some of the students' predictions on who they think will win this year's national championship. Who do you think is winning the March Madness tournament and why?
There's a lot of good teams, but I am favoring Gonzaga. They're just a really solid team, and I like Chet Holmgren, so that's my opinion.
Who do you think is winning the March Madness tournament and why?
I think Duke might win the tournament. Although I have a Carolina shirt on, I think Duke might win it in honor of Coach Krzyzewski's last year, because anything short of that would be unacceptable.
Who do you think is winning the March Madness tournament and why?
You know, I'm gonna take Duke. I think their athleticism and length on defense is gonna be able to carry them through March Madness, and they're gonna get the championship. That's my prediction.
Very specific. Who do you think is winning the March Madness tournament and why?
Duke, because no one can beat them.
Who do you think is going to win the March Madness tournament and why?
Kentucky, because their fried chicken's good.
Who do you think is going to win the March Madness tournament and why?
All my money's on Purdue. Yeah.
Good luck to all the teams this year. Is your team winning at all?
Today is the National Day of Action Against Bullying and Violence. Here's more on the importance of being kind.
If you see someone bullying someone else, you should notice, talk, report, and support.
What's the best way you feel to handle somebody being bullied?
Certainly the best way for myself is certainly starting the communication process. Having them be able to try to verbalize how they felt, how it made them feel, and then certainly try to help them start to understand that it's not, their fault, right? That they didn't do anything, that actually the one who may have been the bully is really, in my opinion, the one that really needs the most help. But try to help young people or anybody start to feel that and believe that.
What should a kid do if they're getting bullied at the moment?
Well, certainly, I would say, JC, right, if it happened to be and please, they're all serious, but if somebody was in fear for their physical well-being, I would certainly say, get help as soon as you can. Walk away if you can, right? Leave the area, leave the place, leave the space, and take care of yourself first, right, to be safe. And then hopefully, whether it's a friend or the guidance department or a teacher, some adult, if they can, is then talk about it. Talk to somebody so that we can then start that process of helping the victim and also, right, helping the bully too,
Thank you, Mr. Bill. So, Mr. Hart, what should you do if you're getting bullied?
You should report it to the proper authorities.
Finally, let's check out one of our newest course offerings this year, podcasting.
The world of podcasting has exploded in popularity since the beginning of the 21st century. In this course, students will explore the history of podcasting and the many genres that exist, such as interviewing and storytelling. Students will learn about the technology evolved in podcasting, as well as how to edit and produce. This course will culminate in the students designing, creating, and producing their own podcast.
Hello, Trevor. What is your favorite thing about podcasting?
I definitely think it's being able to just explore podcasting with my friends,
Do you have a podcast of your own?
Yes, I do. It's me and two of my other friends in the class, and we run a podcast. It's pretty cool.
What's the podcast about?
So the podcast is called The James Gardner Show, and it's about our Madden league that we're all in. And we kind of just go in depth about like the games that happens, each of the guys that has a team in the league. Talk about who's who we think is good, who we think's not, and just like takes about what's happening, trades. It's pretty cool. You guys should check it out. It's on Spotify. It's the James Gardner Show.
Sounds cool. I'll check it out.
Thanks everyone for watching. We hope to share our next show with you in 2 weeks. Have a great weekend.